Wasn't gonna do a Star Wars video, but we gotta talk about this. I'm currently working on this year's retrospective, hoping to make that big video project. It's probably definitely the biggest I've undertaken so far, but I gotta interrupt that to talk about Rise of Skywalker. As of filming, I saw Rise of Skywalker yesterday. It's been under 24 hours since I left the cinema, so this is completely off the cuff, first reaction type stuff. My hair is a mess, give me a second. Better. So, Star Wars. Once again, J.J. Abrams has proven himself to be a great director in terms of visuals. You know, visually, this is a brilliant movie. The visual effects are incredible. The Abrams standard style, you know, whipping the camera around, is long takes and that, they're all present. It's all well choreographed, well presented, and it looks great. The film just looks great. I wish I had more to say in my positives part, because I don't hate this movie, but it's so much easier to talk about stuff I don't like. This film, how do you even put it? It's just annoying. It's an annoying film, you know? This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like... Not that it doesn't feel like Star Wars, it doesn't feel like Episode 9, if you know what I mean. This doesn't feel like a continuation from Force Awakens into Last Jedi. This feels like a sequel to a film that Twitter pretended existed before with Last Jedi. It was a trilogy's worth of plot in the opening crawl in this film, and not a good trilogy either. Like, I turned on this movie fairly quickly, I'll be honest. Like, just... no spoilers, obviously, but just the way the crawl was worded just gave me a sense of how poorly written this film was gonna be. But you've got JJ working with the writer of Batman v Superman, so... what was I expecting? Why did I ever anticipate this might have been better than it was? Like, I've stood up for the sequels for a while. I genuinely love Force Awakens. I stand by my opinions on Last Jedi. It's not a great film, it's not a flawless film, but there's a lot in it. I love a lot in it, I respect, and I love these characters. I really grown an appreciation for Rey and Kylo especially, but also side characters Finn and Poe. Really, you know, I like these characters. I like what they had done with them, but in this film, where finally your three heroes get to share more screen time together, they're finally all together, quipping back and forth. The dialogue feels so stilted and generic. The characters I love aren't really present anymore, and the cast are doing all they can. You know, Oscar Isaac, John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, these are great charismatic performers who are giving their all throughout the whole film with just nothing to work with at all. And it's strange really to have a film where one element, it's really just the one element that doesn't work. It takes the whole thing down with it. It's just the script. The script is so lazy and generic and nonsense that the film itself just falls apart. It's such a shame when you've got clearly have a cast and crew that really care about what they're doing and really wanting to make something great. The cast giving it as well. Directed brilliantly. The visual effects are incredible. The creature designs have never looked more Jim Henson creature shop 70s puppetry type stuff since the original trilogy. But the film just doesn't make any sense. Really, you know, there's twists and reveals and things that are simultaneously so ridiculous that they can't be predicted, but also completely unsurprising for this just franchise. I thought I had more to say about Rise of Skywalker. I really did. Given the conversations I had with my friends leaving the cinema, but really, without getting into spoilers, all I can say is that the film made me tired, you know? That's where I am with this, I'm tired. This is far from the worst film of all time. I don't even know if that's my least favourite Star Wars, to be honest. I was planning at some point in the new year going through all 9 again, you know, one by one, discussing them on camera, now that the trilogy of trilogies is over. I might still do that if I can bring myself to rewatching this and rewatching the other ones I don't like, but maybe I'll have more to say then. You know, when the grace period's over and I can really get into some of those details that drove me nuts, you know, but and it's rare for a film like this where when I'm supposed to be laughing, when they're telling jokes, I'm just sitting there stone faced, and when they're being deadly serious, I'm laughing. You know that it shouldn't be the case. Such a high budget film with so much writing on it, such great talent involved everywhere, but screenplay, I guess. Like, this is gonna be a waste of video if I just talk about Star Wars, so I also saw Knives Out recently, and Knives Out's great. Legit. It is so ironic and hilarious to me that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is coming out so close to Brian Johnson's follow-up to The Last Jedi, and that Johnson's new film is one of the best of the year. Like, Knives Out is everything I love about cinema. Brilliant cast, both in terms of the casting and the way they build off their script themselves, and just in terms of how great these actors are. Anyway, bold choices from each actor, especially Daniel Craig. Bold choice of accent in particular. Like, it's the film where you're just talking again and you have to jolt yourself back into that's not Bond anymore, this is a different character. But it works for the tone of this film. It's a funny movie. It is. There's a lot of great jokes, a lot of great setups, a lot of great characters. The way it builds into something completely unique. You know, it starts off fairly generic, but well shot, well written murder mystery, and then decides to completely flip the script, you know. Everything that, as a fan of Rian Johnson, I think makes him great, that often he takes crap for on Twitter, you know, it's this subversion of expectations, it's the overindulgent plots and the overindulgent scripts, and I love this movie a lot. I hope it does well come award season, you know. I'm so happy to see Ana de Armas up for the Globe this year. I really hope she can secure an Oscar nod as well for this film. This may be her best performance to date, as good as she was in Blade Runner. So like, yeah, if you're looking, I believe Knives Out it should still be playing over the next few weeks, hopefully. If you're looking for something really great to see this weekend, then maybe check that out instead. Knives Out gets a perfect 10 from me. For now, Rise of Skywalker gets a 5. My next video should be the retrospective. Keep your eye out for that. It's probably going to be a long one, but there's a lot of films to talk about, you know? I still don't have an outro, so bye.